Yo, Big Catch back up in here, man. Let's get to this Drake hate news. Saying, nah, I'm joking. Nah, I ain't joking. Hey, look, this is how Drake completely lost it after he got played at the Oscars. He got played at the Grammys, got played at the NFL Super Bowl halftime show. He's just getting played. You know why? Because he's playing himself. That's why. Yeah. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Y'all know I like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Kung Fu Kenny warned us that by the time he was finished with Drake, nothing would be the same again.
Nothing the same.
But a lot of people scoffed, saying it was impossible. Well, here we are, barely into March, and Drake is still getting clowned relentlessly. After the humiliation at the Grammys and the Super Bowl, you'd think he'd hit rock bottom. Nope.
Wrong.
It's only gotten worse. He's just got dissed in one of the most unexpected places imaginable. The Oscars. Yeah, you heard that right. Drizzy got roasted at Hollywood's biggest movie awards event in the most savage way possible. And the fallout? It's been brutal. Insider reports are claiming he's crashing out badly over it. So bad that he might be gearing up to file another lawsuit. At this point, Drake and lawsuits are practically best friends, hands down. Imagine being a Drake fan right now. It's gotta be tough. And the way things are looking, this L train isn't stopping anytime soon, but tough times don't last, my friends. We've got a lot to unpack, but before we get into it, do us a favor, drop a like and hit that subscribe button. Your support goes a long way, so now let's break it all down. Do you really?
Hey, look, now all of a sudden, everybody want to send me the Nokia song. The Nokia. You don't find it ironic that you like the song everybody else like? That you don't see that? You don't see that fun? So you don't like none of the other songs on the Drake and Party Next Door album, but you like you don't like none of the other songs, but you like this song that everybody else like. It sounds like an agenda being pushed. You understand?
Realize how insane it is that Drake somehow became the center of attention at the Oscars. Not because he won an award or got any kind of special recognition. No, he was the star of the night because he got cooked like a medium rare steak in front of the
Talk that talk. That's why he the star, because he got cooked.
Biggest names in Hollywood. The most revered ceremony in the film industry was barely halfway through when host Conan O'Brien dropped the most unexpected joke of the night. With his usual dry delivery, he said, quote, "Well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake the P word." And no, he didn't censor the P part either. He said it straight up, just like
And he said he lawyered up. Ain't nobody playing with Drake, and they don't care about him. Hey, look. Conan O'Brien is top. He one of them top Hollywood guys, man.
Kendrick did on Not Like Us. But you know what's crazy? That's not even the funny part. He followed the joke up by saying, "Don't worry, I'm lawyered up." That was the moment the whole room erupted. The biggest stars in the world were doubled over, losing it. And the way Conan delivered the joke, so casual and so unbothered, made it 10 times funnier. You have to wonder what the Oscars producers were thinking when they signed off on that menacing shot at Drake. Conan probably cracked the joke about the rap beef just to get a few laughs.
Because I'm telling you, UMG connected with all them people. UMG like, yeah, okay, go ahead and do what y'all got to do. Go and destroy them. We're gonna slowly hot sizzle this dude up out of here. Yeah, we're gonna sizzle him out.
Laughs out of the guests, but little did he know he had sent Drake into overdrive, spiraling out of control. Now let's be real, nobody saw this coming. There's no way any of us would have predicted that Drake was going to be clowned at the Oscars of all places. That's the last place you'd expect him to catch a stray, and with millions watching live, the internet took off before the event even wrapped up. And just like you might have guessed it, Drake was trending.
Oh, we only 4 minutes in. Let me give a huge shout out, man. I want to give a huge shout. I was supposed to do this in the beginning. Angela Pryor, shout out to you so much. She said, "Today is my birthday, and this is my gift to you." Well, she said she gave us a donation. One of the biggest donations this channel ever got. We appreciate you so much, Angela Pryor. I was supposed to make this announcement at the beginning of the video, but thank you so much, Angela Pryor. Thank you so much. May God bless You and your heart and your household and everything else. Seriously.
For all the wrong reasons. Again, for a guy who's already been teetering after the Grammy and Super Bowl fiascos, this latest diss might have been the final straw. If Conan was joking about lawyering up, he might actually need to, because it's about to get messy. Drake is not playing around. If he's petty enough to add Kendrick's Super Bowl performance to his amended lawsuit, best believe Conan might be next. At this point, Drake might sue a fly if it looks at him wrong. And don't be surprised if he doesn't stop at filing a lawsuit against the Oscars host. There's a very good chance his lawyers will lump this into his ongoing case with UMG too. They'll probably argue that getting called the P word on live TV in front of millions is yet another example of the damage Not Like Us is doing to his name and reputation. Honestly, Drake needs to pause for a second and imagine a world where he didn't file that lawsuit. Sure, he'd still get clowned as he should, but it wouldn't be as bad as this. Turning this rap beef into a full-blown legal drama still feels unbelievable, even today. And trust me when I tell you, Drake and his lawyers are going to milk this Oscars situation for everything it's worth. It's clear that his only hope of salvaging anything from this beef with Kendrick is to get Not Like Us wiped from all streaming platforms. If that day ever comes, best believe he'll be the happiest man on earth. Meanwhile, his diehard fans are already dissecting Conan's joke, coming up with the wildest theories imaginable, but let's be real, there's nothing to analyze here. It was a joke. Was it brutal? Yeah, it was. But that's it. It could turn out to be very expensive.
Hey, look, stop getting your friends to come out and say that you ain't worried about nothing. Maybe everybody ease up off you. You run around here talking about, yeah, I ain't worried about that stuff. Yeah, I ain't. what Lil Yachty say? Drake is not worried, bro. Like, oh my God, he's the GOAT.
Expensive though. What Drake's biggest stands need to understand is that not everything that happens to him is some grand, calculated takedown. Just because a late-night comedian clowned him doesn't mean UMG or some industry puppet master orchestrated it. This conspiracy...
Hey, look, he lucky and Living Color ain't around no more. That's what you look. You're lucky and Living Color ain't around, nigga. That's what you're lucky. You're lucky.
Talk needs to stop. It's getting way overboard. It has become a perfect excuse to justify everything he's done wrong. Now let's put things in perspective together. Conan O'Brien was chosen to host the Oscars at a time when viewership numbers have been tanking in recent years. Major award shows have hit record low audiences. But do you know what has been pulling in record-breaking numbers? The Drake and Kendrick beef. It's undoubtedly the hottest topic in entertainment right now, and it has been for months. From the Grammys to the Super Bowl.
For a year, nigga. For a year.
Everyone tuned in massively with excitement and anticipation. It's all because of two guys, Drake and Kendrick. According to reports, the viewership boost was insane. So O'Brien cracking a joke about the feud doesn't mean he was paid off by UMG or that this was some industry hit job. The fact that the Oscars haven't distanced themselves from the joke tells you everything. They approved it beforehand. They knew infusing the hottest topic in entertainment would bring in an incredible level of spotlight and attention, and they were right. After the whole Will Smith drama a few years ago, the Oscars needed something to spark conversation. They yearned for something spontaneous to keep the ratings up. What better way to do that than...
Hey, listen, do y'all think that Will Smith slapping Chris Rock was real or fake? I think it was staged.
Tapping into the biggest cultural moment everyone can't seem to stop talking about 1 year after it started. Everyone in that room knew about this rap beef. It's history in the making. So there's no way Conan would make a joke around the topic that they won't relate to easily. And honestly, that "don't worry, I'm lawyered up" line, it's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Not everything is some grand conspiracy against Drake. Sure, he's got plenty of powerful enemies in the industry, and that's enough to make him paranoid, but that's his problem. His diehard fans don't seem to realize that the world doesn't revolve around him. Even the people who don't like him.
Thank you. His diehard fans doesn't realize that the world don't evolve around him. That's why we keep saying there's Drake fans and you got hip hop fans. Drake fans think that everything evolves around this one man. It doesn't. It doesn't, Tank. No, it doesn't, Stink.
Them have better things to do with their time. The idea that Conan was part of some covert mission to take down Drake's career is just insane. If you actually listened to the joke, you would have noticed that all he did was reference Drake's lawsuit. That's it. No more, no less. It's a wild joke, but a good one at that. And let's give credit where it's due. Kendrick Lamar made this entire moment possible. Thanks to his record-breaking Super Bowl performance, hip-hop has been elevated to new heights. Whether young or old, everyone knows about the legendary Kendrick versus Drake beef. And if they know about the beef, they definitely know about Drake's lawsuit. No two ways about it. Drake can justify it however he wants, but the truth is, nobody will ever respect his attempt to take down Not Like Us. Not now, not ever. That song isn't just a massive hit, it's a cultural landmark. It's a historical moment in hip-hop, one that'll be referenced for years to come. And if Drake needed proof that Hollywood isn't rocking with him on this, just look at the audience's reaction to Conan's joke. The entire room laughed. That says everything. Honestly, the more I think about this lawsuit, the crazier it sounds. But you know what's ironic about all this? Drake has spent months claiming that Not Like Us only blew up because of streaming farms saying it's not as popular as we think it is. Now he's saying in real time just how big the song really is. It's everywhere.
Yeah, because iHeart and them, they done did a clean sweep. They audited themselves to see who's faking numbers and who's not. A lot of people was faking numbers. They did that sweep and brought them down. The only person not the only person, but they seen that Dot wasn't faking his. All his was real. 100% real.
Now he can truly acknowledge how much the song has transcended beyond the culture. And truth be told, his own shenanigans ever since the song dropped played a major role in making it even bigger. You know, if Drake had just taken his L and moved on after Not Like Us dropped, there's a chance it wouldn't be as revered as it is right now. Don't get me wrong, the song will still be a massive hit, but there's no way everybody would be clowning Drake the way they are now if he hadn't decided to make a meal out of the whole situation. O'Brien will definitely have no incentive to make a joke like that, and the same goes for Kendrick at the Super Bowl. Instead, Drake made history for all the wrong reasons. He's the first rapper to take a beef from the streets to the courtroom, and once you do something that ridiculous, you can never live it down. 10 years from now, he's still going to be getting roasted for it. It is what it is. It doesn't matter how much he tries, he can't escape the clowning. And now, thanks to Conan's joke, Drake's lawyers are about to have a field day. Even if Drake decides to surprise us by not filing a lawsuit against the show host, he might decide to go after the big guns, which is the Oscars in this case. Oh, and there's no way he's going to forget Kendrick and UMG too. If they haven't already, his lawyers are probably amending that lawsuit right now. They've been looking for proof to corroborate their argument that Not Like Us is causing Drake reputational damage. And finally, they found one. Even though the joke was taken out of the context of Drake's lawsuit, his lawyers wouldn't care. They're going to cite it anyway. If Drake did sue the Oscars and Conan O'Brien, the probability he would win is slim to none, and Slim's left town. All they need to do is show the context from which the joke was derived. But hopefully Drake would put on his big boy pants and not play petty. He's got more than his fair share of criticism following his lawsuit against Kendrick and UMG. He wouldn't want to risk getting dragged again, would he? Well, you can't put anything past Drake at this point. Let's be real, the truth of the matter will always remain the same. Everything that happened to Drake is of his own doing. Everything he's been through is a consequence of his short-sightedness during and after his beef with Kendrick. But the wildest part is that he's still on the same destructive path that led him to this point. In case you don't know, Conan is a renowned writer on The Simpsons and Saturday Night Live, so making savage jokes is right up.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Conan is a writer on The Simpsons. Now, if you know anything about The Simpsons, they are known for making predictions. What's going on in this earth? If you know what I mean. Drake, I wouldn't respond to him. No. I wouldn't respond to Conan. I would let Conan say whatever he want to say, because these people, the elites, they know how to make things happen, to make some things look like a mistake, and you don't want to be involved in that. You understand? I'm telling you, then they'd be writing about it before it even happened. You understand? Look, they would write your demise in a Simpsons episode. Hey, imagine this episode where Drake messed around and slipped and just fell and broke his neck. Oh yeah, they could write that in there and make it happen. Hey, look, allegedly, they could do that, allegedly. But if you know the Simpsons and their predictions, I wouldn't mess with nobody like that. Wouldn't mess with nobody like that.
Up his alley. He earns his living by cracking jokes about people even if they don't necessarily like it. Drake's got to understand that there's nothing illegal about the things Conan said on that stage. He's not the first celebrity who has had his name dragged through the mud at events like this, and he sure as hell won't be the last. Remember when Andrew Schultz mocked Kendrick Lamar a few months ago with those offhand remarks over whacked out murals?
Was cool then.
Not one of Drake's diehard fans cared about the awful things he said about Kendrick.
They was happy. It's just a joke. Yeah, that's Andrew. Yeah, it's Andrew. That's what he does. He just jokes. And that's what Conan do. He just joke. We just joking. Yeah. They thought everything was sweet when Andrew said that about Dot. Yep.
But now that it's Drake's turn to be called out, they're defending him like crazy, insisting that the industry higher-ups are trying to finish him off. But you know what's really wild about all this? Before Drake came around, rap beefs always started and ended in the studio. Not once did an artist run to the judge to seek protection against their ops, until Drizzy decided that, well, why not? And just like that, he made a daring attempt to change how rap beefs are perceived, a move that upset many from the culture and beyond. The fact remains that Drake dipped his 10 toes into this beef with his eyes wide open. He wasn't tricked or cajoled into it. He wanted the smoke. In fact, he begged for the smoke when Kendrick didn't reply to his diss tracks initially. Maybe he never imagined he was going to be schooled by K-Dot in the manner that he did, but he definitely knew it was a possibility, yet he still flowed with it anyway. Mind you, shots were fired from both sides, which is why many didn't agree with his complaints to the court that Not Like Us was causing him irreparable damage. It seems like Drake forgot he said some pretty vile stuff too about Kendrick in his own diss tracks. But unlike him, Kendrick took the shots like a proper rapper born and bred in the culture. Don't be surprised when you hear the news that he has filed a lawsuit against Conan O'Brien and the Oscars, even though he's very much aware that the joke was actually referencing his lawsuit. The narrative victim Drake has been peddling for so long needs to stop. No one is ever going to believe he was a victim in his fight with Kendrick. He was fully gloved and ready when he got in that ring with
except for the Glazers. The Glazers, the only one gonna feel like, oh, he's a victim. Everybody need to leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
K-Dot, but in the end, he was stretchered out. Whether you believe it or not, this rap beef will be talked about for generations. It's going to be a point of reference that'll always remain iconic. If you're a hip-hop fan, what a good time to be alive.
There you go. Hey, look, I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. Look, is he bothered or not? I think he's bothered. Yeah, I think he's bothered. And yeah, we gotta go ahead and get this lawsuit over and done with. What we gonna do with this petition and all of that? I want to see the end of it. I want to see what's gonna go on with that. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. Oh, what's that? Okay. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.